Hey there, Kristy Morrison here. I wanted to give you a heads up that you're going to see some changes on this podcast. I am merging the conscious journey experience and the authentic shift into one, and will be keeping the conscious journey experience name. So you may hear me reference the authentic shift from time to time in the next few episodes, as I'll be uploading some older ones. Thanks for your patience, and I look forward to seeing you on the Conscious Journey experience.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to episode number, insert number here, of the Authentic Podcast.
It was number 9.
Number 9 of the Authentic Shift Podcast. We're doing so many. This Authentic Shift is brought to you by the number 9. That's a Sesame Street reference to those who didn't follow along or didn't have an amazing childhood. Today's going to be kind of like a soupy wing it day. There's a lot of stuff that we want to talk about, a lot of stuff that's gone down. And a lot of stuff that's coming up. Isn't that a weird turn of phrase? Oh, it's going down. Oh, it's coming up. We're a funny bunch of humans, aren't we?
It's a cycle anyways.
What's that now?
Everything's a cycle anyways.
Yeah. Raise your hands, ladies and gentlemen, if you wanted to stand closer to the mic. Anyway, you've sent me... She's giving me a scowl, folks. A scowl. Oh, yeah, some of you can see this. I forget that we do video sometime. Okay. So you sent me this meme, and I'm going to read this because it's essentially your message, your ideology. But coming from my voice, we want to hear your take on this particular message. The message goes something a little like this, ladies and gentlemen. Let me get into my deep reading voice. The feminine heals when she stops performing for others and starts living her life for herself. She heals as she turns her focus inward, no longer worrying about how others perceive her. She conserves her energy by grounding into her body, settling into her heart space, and honoring the present moment. This is how she becomes a frequency match for what is meant for her. This is how she opens to receive. What's your take on this?
Well read.
Yeah, you like that? People tell me I should read Hallmark cards in the mall for a living and ask for change.
You probably should. Sounds like a great career.
Let me read this to you. Get away from me! I need an adult.
I would have to say, if there was one single sentence or paragraph to summarize how you excel in life, that would be it. And
finding your center.
And the only reason why I know is because that's exactly how I found mine. I stopped living to focus on other people pleasing. I stopped letting things slide. If it didn't agree with me, I started saying no to things that I didn't want to do, and I stopped making excuses for doing it. Like, oh, well, I haven't seen Karen in like 3 years. I guess I have to see her. No, Karen's draining. So, bye, Karen. I started setting boundaries. I started coming home. I started feeling what's in my body and listening to that. And I actually remember there was a point where I was like, oh man, I don't even know how to feel in my body. This makes no sense. People always say, feel in your body, feel it in your body. If you don't feel anything in your body, it's because you're so deeply ignoring the signs that are being sent to you. It's the moments that you have a pit in your stomach and you're just like, ugh, that feels gross.
Visceral.
Yeah, it happens. It's the millions of ways that we try and convince ourselves into doing something. No, stop convincing yourself into doing it. Just go submit to the actual process of being yourself and honoring yourself and aligning with what is true to you.
So this is one of those things where what you're saying makes perfect sense to me. But there's so many people out there that don't know how to do that, because everything that we've been taught in society has been, take care of somebody else, put somebody else first,
and if
put
you don't,
their face mask on before you put
your
your face mask on when you're going down in an airplane.
Yeah, and if you don't, you're a horrible person.
Yeah. So it's like, well, how am I supposed to understand what I feel about myself? How am I supposed to understand what I feel about you? How am I supposed to understand? Period.
Mm.
And this is it's paramount to me when I look at this sort of stuff, because I've been the kind of person that one would say lived a selfish life, and I was taught at a young age to be selfish and to be self-preservant
Mm.
because nobody's coming to save you.
Mm-hmm.
And my whole life, I was told that I was a bad person for it,
Mm-hmm.
or you're an asshole, or you're this, or you're that. And the funny thing about that is that, that starts to stick. So for somebody like you who was trying to be everything to everyone,
Mm-hmm.
I had that programming in my head as well. I come from a house where I was ignored as a young whippersnipper. So I always wanted to be able to produce something or be of value or of service to
Turns
something.
into our trauma responses of having
Right.
to work so hard to be like, hey,
Yeah.
look what I did. This is amazing. Give me attention.
And then for me, it spiraled out to, look, I'm not going to get this attention from here or from there. Should I keep looking for it? And none of these statements that I'm making right now are like a pity statement, an oh poor me statement, or any of that sort of shit. They're predominantly just a journey, the mental
Mhm.
journey that I went on. So you go the opposite, you go the other way, where you're a bit of a dick, and then you realize that that's not working, so you come back, and there's your middle ground of
Mhm.
who and where and what you choose to be for yourself. And then, to me, this is being on one spectrum where your perceptions are something as a child,
Mhm.
and then you become something as a young adult. So you've swung both ends of the spectrum, and now you're spinning back, and you can go
Mhm.
back and forth, and you can have
Mhm.
a centrifugal motion in that sense of going back and forth. I think if I were to put it into perspective, the best way to find your center is to go back and forth so fast. Picture like one of those cylinders, and the quarter is rolling around the cylinder, and that's you going from left to right to left to right to left to right. But then it's going down and down and down and down and down to the point where you're in the center, and it's barely moving, but it's still going down and down and down.
Mhm.
That is the best way I can describe like an internal centrifugal something. I don't know,
Yeah.
but that's how you have to do it. So, I mean, the advice I'm giving right now is if somebody says you're hard to handle, be hard to handle. If you yourself think that you're over the top and too much and you're a fucking drama queen, then back off. If you're not self-aware, you're not listening to this podcast, so I don't have anything to say to you.
True story.
Yeah, and this comes from, I mean, the last show I put out on my other channel, we were talking about bots and the connection between NPCs in the real world and bots on the internet. And so much of our life is designed to appease bots that we don't even realize are bots.
Yeah.
These aren't real people.
How many hours are people spending fighting online with these people that they don't even know?
Right. Now, if you take that exact same analogy and say, how many hours of my life did I spend trying to impress people that I barely know?
Well, that's the whole keeping up with the Joneses thing. We became a society that normalized acquisition, trying to impress people that mean literally nothing to you.
And one of my favorite sayings is spending money we don't have to buy things we don't want to impress people we don't like.
100%. Yeah. And yeah, your journey was a little bit different than mine. You said you're selfish, and you kind of went from one spectrum to the other spectrum, like hardcore. I've always been a very giving person.
To
And
your detriment.
yeah, 100%. Like, it would drain me. And even when I started my business, I think my business taught me that I can't continually give because it's going to suck the life out of me. And
Correct.
it literally hardened my heart. I went through a phase, that whole boss babe phase that we've talked on other podcasts, where my heart was so hard. I was like, you fuck with me, I'll fuck with you. I'm a badass bitch. I can do anything. I don't need you. I can do it all on my own. I just put myself in this like box of self-containment. So I wasn't so giving and so caring. And it wasn't until I started it was I don't know. It was a business. It's funny. It was a network marketing business. And I always kind of shit on them. I was like, "Oh, they're horrible businesses, blah 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 blah." I believe
They
they have a
are.
time and place. I believe they have a
They are
time and
horrible
place.
businesses. Network
I'm not a
marketing is
fan.
the bane of existence.
I agree. I'm not a fan. They have a time and place. And the reason why I say it has a time and place is because doing that for the time that I did, it showed me again, yes, Kristy, you could put your mind to anything and achieve whatever goals you want, because I made it pretty far. But also, sitting in that arena, which is a regular hockey arena, so you can imagine the amount of people that are in there, and seeing the lives that were transformed because people actually focused on the betterment of themselves. It wasn't about the actual business. The business has jack shit to do with it. The reason why people like it, and some people do really well, is because it shifts a lot of things in them. First, it starts with business mindset, which is also how I started in my own personal life. I shifted my business mindset, and then eventually it shifts into more coming home to yourself. I don't even want to say spiritual mindset, because that has a connotation that a lot of people don't understand and they misuse it.
Are you listening to this, ACN? You're spiritual.
Why do you have to throw names out there?
Oh shit, was that the one that you were doing? That's just the first one that popped into my head. I could have said Mary Kay or whatever. Yeah, no, I don't. So yeah, you edited yourself on that one. I am, and again, not to cut you off.
I enjoyed it. I think the people were amazing, and the mindset that was installed.
I totally agree with you on that. And what happened there for you was you were given an opportunity to show yourself that you could do it.
Mm-hmm.
You have a ton of people down there that don't believe in themselves, right? So these companies are pariahs, and they focus on you attacking your network and then walking away. But then there are people who really
don't want you to walk away, but people do.
They want you to walk away, because when you walk away, your fucking chain goes dead, and they get your upsell, downlink, fucking semen shot, whatever the hell it is.
I mean, it's true.
And it's absurd, to be honest with you. But anyway, but here's the other thing too: the ones that do thrive are still making the people at the top money. And now everyone could say, well, that's corporate. And honestly, ladies and gentlemen, if you're in MLM right now, I do shit on it, but it's a choice that you've made. And if you're killing it, then fucking keep going, right? If you feel that it's for you, then keep going, because some people do make a killing at this shit. And like you said, to me personally, that's the biggest takeaway. It gave you the strength to be like, okay, all right, it got me out of the funk. I can do this. I can achieve this. And it's a vibrational thing. People don't understand this.
Mm-hmm.
Any of these MLMs, you look at the MLMs from 20 years ago, they don't exist. Body by V, ladies and gentlemen. Anyone still doing that? Okay.
There's a stat that less than 1% actually make it past 10
right
years.
So they're not viable sources for perpetual income. What they are is a stepping stone, a vibrational stepping stone as well.
Mm-hmm.
And if you have the ability to step into purpose through an MLM, great. If you have the ability to step into purpose through anything that you do, great. The key here is to not put your stock and your effort into any one business. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I will shit on corporate America just as much as I shit on MLMs as well. Simply because these people are designed to destroy you, take everything from you, and not allow you to find your own purpose.
Yeah, it's designed also, 100% is designed to crush your soul.
Yes.
Keep you in fear, but like, oh, you're not going to be able to pay your mortgage, Timmy, if you don't come in 9 to 5 and work your job like a good little soldier.
That's right. You press this button 24/7, buddy.
Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly it.
So, and then again, the same society will shit on me because I've been self-employed my whole life. But that doesn't mean I've been super successful. Yes, we've had great years. And yes, we've had years where I don't even know if I'm going to, there's been years I've been so poor I went to bed early for dinner.
Yeah.
And this is the struggle. This is the challenge. The goal of life isn't to have the money. It's to learn the lessons that you take from the things that you do along the way. And
so you're saying do you think everyone should be entrepreneurs? People are going to be like, well, what about people going to work? You can't be an entrepreneur if no one's going to work for you.
I think you act exactly as you're supposed to act based on the frequency in which you're vibrating.
Mm-hmm.
And if everyone should be an entrepreneur, then great. But everybody needs to find out who they are. And if you look at the entirety of this reality, humanity is the only thing that pays taxes and worries about this, that, and the other thing. Animals go out there and they find stuff on the ground and they make houses out of it. There isn't a single animal in the wild that's wearing a pair of fucking pants. So honestly, ladies and gentlemen, ask some serious questions.
Oh, we live in Canada. We're going to freeze to death.
Yeah, what is humanity if we're the only species on this planet that doesn't fucking figure it
I
out.
love the people who just come at people who ask questions and think.
Yeah. But this again goes back to the bots. This goes back to the NPCs and the bots.
Yeah.
If you want to attack me, I know full well that online you have two reactions, which is
Yeah.
one, absolutely nothing, or two, overt aggression. You and I have had this conversation
Yeah, they're
too.
completely
I'm like, watch,
useless.
this bot just attacked you. I said, watch me attack this bot with absolute logic. I'll get nothing from her.
Yeah, it was like glitched.
Yeah. After she put like, must have been, in perception wise, must have been 15 minutes into
Her
going onto your profile
rant.
and taking up time and all that sort of stuff. When you realize that that's just a program that runs through a certain vibrational frequency, once you're on the other side of that vibration, you don't need it anymore. So you can lower your vibration to dabble with it. I did it yesterday. And what it taught me was it showed me a deeper alignment with NPCs and bots. And people don't seem to want to, they don't want to understand that an NPC and a bot. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is a relationship conversation. This is a relationship podcast. So this time we've dabbled a little bit into the conspiracy just simply because it ties in. But the conspiracy is free thought. And in any given relationship, especially the one with yourself, if you don't have the ability to think freely, you don't have the ability to tap into higher versions of yourself.
Exactly.
And your answers, all of your answers, are inside you.
Mm-hmm.
They aren't somewhere else. Like we just came across that meme that says, I used to wait for somebody. I used to never understand why somebody didn't do something about it until I realized I was somebody. Yeah. And it's you. The other one that makes me laugh too is you're not stuck in traffic. You are traffic. And all of these perspective shifts when you're like, fuck, it should be up to me to get to where I want to be and to do what I want to do. It's down to me. Up to me, down to me.
And the whole thing, no one's going to save you but yourself. Like,
yes. Yeah.
And you
so when you have for you, for example, when we come to the same perspective, the same shot, the same moment in time, but we got here differently. Who's right? Who's wrong? Nobody's right. Nobody's wrong. And every single person in your path criticized you for the way you were doing things. And you felt that you needed to be a certain way. Everybody in my path did the same thing, except for when you say something like, oh, you fuck with me, I'll fuck with you. Like, it's almost like you had to announce that. Mm-hmm. I, because of my size, had the ability to do that with a glare. Mm. So
not
people
me.
Just generally,
I still have a friendly face. I was just like,
you're so bubbly, but you've got a knife, so it works out well. So it's like, we all get there. We all get to where we're supposed to be going, or to our preferred vibration. And once we get there, we take what we can from it and we vibrate even higher.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are worried with how the how should not be a focus. The only thing I think anyone who's on a journey of trying to come home to themselves is get really good at asking questions.
Yeah.
Do I believe in this? I just heard XYZ. Does that resonate? Do I want to act like this? So you're in a confrontation. You have a choice to react. Are you going to go back to your typical ways and be like, fuck you, bro, and then punch the guy out? Or are you going to be like, this guy ain't even worth my time, and walk away? Like, that's a pivotal point. And it's a compound over time. It's not just one decision and you're the next fucking level of a human being energetically. It's multiple decisions every single day on how you want to show up in this world. And the more you show up in line with what resonates, the better your freaking life comes. So every single time you say no to something that doesn't work for you, just like if someone's like, hey, you want to go diddle some kids? No.
That's quite the heavy jump there.
That is, but that's it. People need to understand that.
Are you asking a room full of priests?
Oh my God, no! My whole.
Oh yeah, sure. I mean,
shut up. My fucking point here is the fact that people can say no to something that's so obvious like that, but they have a hard time saying no to something so simple like, "Hey, do you want to go see Karen next Thursday?" And Karen drains the shit out of you. No, treat Karen like she's a freaking kid diddler. No, don't see Karen.
Priest. Oh damn it! I did it again.
Stop it.
You're the one that keeps saying these things. I'm just here for the ride.
I fucking quit trying to come up with analogies.
Who might want to do that? Yeah. Boy, this is a spicy one. This idea that we can't do certain things, or we don't have the ability to say no to Karen. is funny because, we will adamantly attack those either that we feel we love or that are, perfect internet strangers. But we don't attack our own beliefs. We don't question why we believe so desperately what we believe. We don't find our center. 9 times out of 10, there aren't people out there that are looking for you and looking for their center. And this to me is one of the biggest red flags in any sort of connection with anybody anywhere. Is this person able to have a conversation? Is this person able to think? Is this person able to adapt? Is this person able to extrapolate upon certain energies? Or is this person simply going to say certain things, do certain things, and act the way their character deems they act prior to them becoming aware?
100%.
So for me, who am I going to surround myself in my life? Like, I don't even question going to Karen's. If Karen's a nuisance, she's done. I have no problem cutting people out. And it's not that the people change. And this is one of the things that nobody wants to admit. The people don't change. You become aware of yourself in the situation. And I no longer meld well with this person, and they no longer deserve my energy. And that's not a slight at them, even though we're taught to believe that it is. How dare you say this? Or who are you to be judge and jury?
You think you're better than them? No, it's not about being better than someone.
It's just simply about sliding out. And even when you have that conversation with somebody else, I'm telling you about how I feel about them. Then you tell me how I'm supposed to feel, which is basically just your own thought and your own insecurities interjecting. So for me, it's like, don't talk about anything that you don't need to talk about, and just simply moderate how you resonate, essentially. And accept it and act accordingly. I've had people tell me, they're like, you like disappeared out of my life, and it was so weird because, I thought everything was fine. And I'm like, well, it's weird that I'm hearing about this now. I mean, if you're saying I disappeared 2-3 years ago, what, no text?
Where were you? You could come out.
Yeah, things might have been different. Had I been sort of working on whatever it was I was working on and you doing whatever you're doing, if you had reached out, maybe I would have reconsidered my decision. But I made a choice, or I didn't make a choice, because people fall by the wayside simply because there's without mental thought, there's no room for them as you move forward. It's nothing personal. And the funny thing too is, we think about certain people when we talk about, I haven't talked to so-and-so in forever, or I haven't thought about this person in a while. And those are the people that we think about. And then we wonder what they're thinking, maybe. But what we don't think about is like somebody who loved us and we just never gave them a second thought whatsoever. We also question, nice grab. We also question what happens when, or we never question what happens, when somebody bails on us. There are people that we think about and they're like, hey, whatever happened to so-and-so? And a deeper question is more like, what would happen if I were to pay attention to you more than myself, and you were to leave me, and now I'm not in control, or now I'm thinking about all my weaknesses because you decided you didn't want to leave me, or you wanted to leave me as a friend, and now all I'm doing is focusing on what you had said or what you had done, and I'm not focusing on me. So I say this because as I'm progressing and moving forward in life, I'm not cutting people out intentionally. I'm just simply not. I'm giving the energy to where I deem the energy fits. And at the end of the day, when you're in your 40s, there's not enough time in the day to do anything. Like, the weeks are disappearing, and we are running out of time. So you must use your time accordingly. You can't sit back and wonder and think what these other people are saying, thinking, or doing, because nobody's thinking about you more than you think they're thinking about you, which is wild, because as kind and courteous as you may be to the world around you, it's still self-serving. So talking about focusing on yourself is bad. Focusing on yourself is what 99.9% of the world does 24/7.
100%.
Yeah, she walked away, ladies and gentlemen, so I just carried the show going, so there was no dead air. So if anyone's watching this, she just left. This was just me, getting a moot point out. But I wanted to get that point out. It needed to be done. Why were the dogs barking? What's going on over there?
Visitors at the door.
What did I tell you about having visitors?
I know. Set them on fire.
That's right. During show, she went deep again, ladies and gentlemen. Just set them on fire. Wow. You
She's an
might
aggressive
need an
one.
exorcist, really.
Totally.
I love that meme too. Why are you trying to find a new boyfriend when you need a fucking exorcism?
Have you seen me in action?
Yeah, she's wild. She's just a tank. Just an absolute tank.
Oh, shit.
Good kid, though. Means well.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic realtor, ladies and gentlemen, if you're in the Ottawa area.
We'll see.
Well, she's been a great one up until now.
Up until now. We'll see. No, I absolutely love it. I think it's a pretty fucking...
Real estate's another one of those businesses that the better you become as a human, the better you become as a realtor. So it
100%.
directly correlates into your life. And that's why years ago when I was doing real estate coaching, people are like, well, you're not an agent. How can you coach? And I said, well, because agents know everything. You know what's in the book. You know how to sell a house. You know how to do all this stuff.
Yeah.
A proper real estate coach isn't there to teach you how to sell or to fucking call FSBOs. It's to make you believe in yourself the way you're supposed to believe in yourself so that you get out there and you execute properly.
100%.
And when you start closing deals and pulling in $100,000, $200,000, $300,000 a year, your game changes, your clothes change, your car changes, your attitude changes, your understanding and comprehension changes. So we say this, but that's the equivalent to the entire world. You have the ability to step by step, inch by inch, piece by piece, step your life up and become the version of you that you absolutely adore or want to be. And then when you get there, you go even higher.
Exactly. No, I actually incorporated my personal development, growth, energetic shit into my real estate business. And it's funny because the people who don't get it, they make fun of me. And I don't care. It makes fun. I'm like, you guys are fucking hilarious. You're making fun of me.
But here's the thing. You focus on that.
Call me and they're like, holy shit, I love the way you show up in real estate. And I'm like, I know, because we resonate.
Yeah. And so like you can say that and you can focus on the people that make fun of you for doing the way you do with real estate.
Yeah, why would you?
But it's one of the things that had my attention. I'm like, could you please explain to me what a holistic realtor is? Because it caught my attention. But this is before I knew her, ladies and gentlemen. Before I knew how crazy she was and setting people on fire that came to visit.
Is this an actual question?
Look at her. She's adorable too. She's just sitting there all innocent. What are you talking about? What I'm saying is it may push people away and they may mock you, but you never have to focus on those people.
Exactly.
They're showing you that you don't need to focus on them.
Yeah, I have better clients now that I like really good clients. I won't say better clients. I have more aligned clients. I think that's a proper way of saying it.
I'm going to say better because you guys rock.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think duty's calling me. It's been a wild morning.
Oh, do you have to go right now?
I feel like it.
Well, that's all right. If we cut this, I'd say we cut this one short, but we're still at about half an hour.
That's still great, yeah.
Yeah, we did good. And yes, and these episodes are coming out weekly. This is 9, yeah. So the delay was between episode 3 and 4, which, as this episode airs, will be a long time ago, but it's actually today. So there's a little bit of behind the scenes secrecy for you, ladies and gentlemen. And I will say this too, if you have any desire to start a podcast or to launch a podcast, there are roughly 8 million podcasts, or not even 4 million podcasts. And 10% of those are still active. So if you're in an industry or you want to get your message out there, or you want to start doing something, you have the opportunity to do it. There are roughly 487,000 active podcasts. So people will say, oh, it's a saturated market. It is not. Your voice is very unique. They need to hear your voice if you're going to be consistent. 487,000. People are like, I'm not going to start a podcast. Well, I'll tell you this right now, ladies and gentlemen. There are over 2 billion people on Instagram, and everybody's still out there posting and trying.
Exactly.
So if you've got a message, podcasting is absolutely the way to go. So we turn that into an ad. So perfect. It wasn't really an ad. We're not selling podcasting service unless you go over to the mentalmasteryalliance.com.
100%.
Now we just sold.
Then you can do it.
Yeah, now we just sold podcasting service.
All right. Well, thanks everyone for coming in, tuning in. If you liked what we had to share, then of course, like and subscribe, and hit us up on our email, authenticShiftPod@gmail.com.
Yeah, it'll be in the show liner. We'll figure it out too eventually once we get going on.
All right.
Yeah. So this was a fun episode. It was a wild episode. It was totally unscripted. We didn't come in here guns a-blasting, but we came in here because consistency is key.
Agreed.
And we love all of you. So thank you for listening.